Welcome to the podcast covering important legal issues in Georgia, including auto accidents, personal injury cases, and criminal defense law. Here is your host, attorney Jason Carnell.
Good afternoon, folks. Attorney Jason Carnell here again. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to spend a little more time talking about a topic that I covered in my previous video, and that is the issue of actual notice. Now, just to recap really quickly, if you are injured in a slip and fall case in a store, retail establishment, or grocery store for that matter, one of the important things to demonstrate in order to prove negligence is that the store or any of its any of its employees had actual notice of the spill. Okay, you have to prove that they had actual notice or constructive notice in order to establish that they were negligent. So I want to focus on the actual notice portion, and again, to recap, actual notice is what it sounds like, that the store or its agents or employees actually knew about the substance or the tripping or slipping hazard or whatever it was that you happened to fall on. So let's assume for a second that yes, in fact, you did fall, and there was a substance on the floor, and you fell on it, and up come several employees, and they say a couple of things. Oh, I thought this had been cleaned up, or are we still using that same wax on the floor, or whatever the inculpating statement would be. It is very important for you, the injured person, to remember what was said and specifically who said it. Okay, because again, these statements are what are known as admissions by the store or its agents for that matter. Okay, and admissions are evidence. And in this particular instance, the examples that I gave, the statements are evidence of actual knowledge. Now, why am I bringing this up? Okay, because there is a line of cases out there where the injured person says that some random person, some random employee that they can't identify in any way, some random employee said, oh, I thought that had been cleaned up. Or Johnny was over here mopping this 10 minutes ago. But because the person cannot be identified in any meaningful way, the court rules that this is not actually an admission. Okay? It's not an admission, therefore it can't be used against the store, the defendant, and you, the injured person, cannot prove actual knowledge. And because you can't prove actual knowledge, you can't prove negligence, and your case gets thrown out of court. Okay, now again, a statement has to be uttered, okay, and an incriminating statement, a statement that indicates that the store or some of its employees had knowledge of the hazard and maybe didn't do anything about it or didn't do anything about it fast enough. Okay, someone has to utter such a statement, and you, the injured person, need to remember that statement and need to remember who it was that said it, okay, in order for it to be usable as an admission against the store. Now, I realize that for most of you folks, anybody who's watching this video and this sort of thing has happened to you, this is something that is in hindsight, so you're having to look back. Chances are there are very few people that are going to watch this video and then go fall in a store. Most of the folks that are watching this video because it's pertinent to you or pertinent to a family member, it's only pertinent because someone has already fallen. Someone has already hurt themselves. Someone has already been injured. And so you're having to remember these things in hindsight. You're having to think back, who said what to me, okay? But it's better for you to think of this now, maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe even 2 or 3 months after you took your fall, than for you to be trying to recall 2 or 3 years after you had your fall. So if you've been injured in a slip and fall accident, try to remember what was said to you and specifically who said it, okay? Now, if you have any further questions about this, by all means, post your comments to the video, or if you'd like, consultations are always free. You can call my office at 770-322-4990. You can also visit my website at www.carnellfirm.com.
Thank you for tuning in for another episode. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it. If you have questions, remember, consultations are always free. Just call attorney Jason Carnell at 770-322-4990. Or you can visit our website at www.carnellfirm.com.